Dennis Miller Bunker was born in New York City. He was destined to become an artist from the start. He began his study for painting in New York, at the National Academy of Design briefly, but transferred to the Art Students League with William Merritt Chase, where he could paint from life, from 1878 until the fall of 1881. Bunker then sails for Paris and enters Gérome's atelier at the École des Beaux-Arts, remaining there until 1884. When he returned to New York, Bunker was soon offered a job in Boston, teaching at the Cowles Art School. That same year Bunker had his first one-man exhibition at the Noyes and Blakesley Gallery in Boston. In the winter of 1885 he met Isabella Stewart Gardner, a Boston socialite, who became a great supporter and patron of his work. A few years later, in 1887, Bunker met John Sargent during Sargent's visit to Boston, and, in 1888, spent the summer with Sargent at Calcott Mill in England, where the two shared their interests in the new art form of Impressionist painting, with the prevailing explosion of colour and swift execution of painting. Sargent painted Bunker with his sister in several pictures, unfinished sketches, but brilliant in technique. Carolus Duran's influence can be seen in a fresh approach to landscape. Bunker would expand on this with his brilliant pond and meadow pictures. When he returned to Boston he was praised for his new work and fresh technique. His first major painting after his study with Gerome was the Bohemia, a young man playing his guitar. He received a third Hallgarten Prize at the Academy in 1885, and subsequently was elected a member of the Society of American Artists. In 1886 he began as the principal instructor in drawing and painting from life at the Cowles Art School of Boston. During this time he painted a number of portraits and sent back to New York 2 or 3 pictures at exhibitions. Mr. Gamble observed, "Bunker always felt like an outsider in Boston society," and in the spring of 1889 resigned from his teaching position at Cowles Art School, lived briefly that summer at Medfield, Massachusetts, and then moved back to New York City. Earlier that year he had met Eleanor Hardy of Boston, and they were married in October 1890. Bunker attracted a good deal of attention with the painting of a woman titled "The Mirror," when shown later at the Art Institute of Chicago, was awarded the James W. Ellsworth Prize of $300 for the best picture in the exhibit by a living American artist. The Bunkers moved into Sherwood Studios in New York City, but during a visit to Boston that Christmas Bunker fell ill and died suddenly at the age of 29. This was a shock to everyone and a great loss, as he was on the verge of great things as a painter of distinction. He is not forgotten, however, as his works become better known to future generations. Mr. Gamble produced a book on the life of Dennis Bunker, as a personal tribute to a major talent and an artist that brought Impressionism back to America. In the eloquent pond and stream paintings, one can almost feel the aroma of the fresh fields and the sound of spring water flowing past. There is a charm, too, in the boats stranded on the shore, and how Bunker suggests the soft mood pervading over the landscape with his delicate use of tone. With the few works we have to enjoy of Dennis Miller Bunker, there is the classic work of Jessica of 1890 at the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston, a painting that possesses all the qualities of great art. Dennis Miller Bunker, American artist. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and consider subscribing to future art discourses.